Hello, how you doing, girl? I'm back for a new installment of Get Into Me. I'm kind of gagged that I'm back because no shade. It really gave. I don't know if I'm gonna do another episode this week. I don't know because I'm on vacation. I just came back yesterday from London. I went to the Notting Hill Carnival, which was very, very fab. I must say, imagine being in the street of one of the London's fanciest neighborhood, but everything is like closed to have this huge festival. I think like almost 2 million people were there. Crazy. And you have this, soca music and all these Caribbean sounds. And it's a slew of black people, which I live for. I long to be in black spaces like that. The last time I've been was like Afropunk in 2018. So like a million years ago. So for me to be in the Nottingham Carnival, it was so fab. I actually wore this, and I'm gonna insert videos from there right now. Boom. But yeah, Nottingham Carnival was really amazing. I flew in on Saturday, and on Saturday they actually also had a ball which I missed, and I'm so mad about because Precious Ebony was there, Ronaldo was there, like a lot of the girls that I live for, Pandora was there, like a lot of the girls that I live for were there, and I missed that. I got to go though to the official after party they had. And that was very, and I look really kind. No shade. I'm gonna look is really, it's I putting here or here. I don't know, but you're gonna be able to see my look from there. But no, I had a great time and the music was so good. And that's the thing. I live in a place where the night scene is very Caucasian, so are the sounds and the music that are being played. And being in London with, my people, it felt like the DJ just plugged his jack into my phone and he got all those songs that I like, which is great because some of them are actually in today's list of this music back episode. But yeah, I love ballroom, by the way. For people that don't know that, I'm a ballroom girly. And I'm actually gonna have an episode about ballroom, specifically about the show House of Fire. But I want it to be really good and like really well researched. So it's coming down later down the line. Um, but yeah, just for the sake of consistency, I kind of wanted to do something easy, but still pretty good. And today is a music bag episode, right? So pretty much it's a playlist. It's giving playlist, but we're gonna get into those songs, to those artists, why I'm obsessed, and why you should also get into them, right? So buckle up because it's fun to be fire. But yeah, we should start with our very first artist. So this girl, she's very young, very, very young. I believe in her early 20s. And she really is giving me all the R&B nostalgia that I need. Like early 2000s type of R&B. And she released her very first EP recently. I believe it's called, let me see, Miss Girl, because I don't want to give her name out yet for her intro. So let me look. The name of her EP is called Wait Till She Gets Her Heart Broken. And it's a wonderful EP. I love it so much. She's such a venerable writer. And you really get into like young girlhood, I guess, through her writing. But the music execution is so mature and her sound is so specific. She signed to MNEK label, and if you know me, I love MNEK. I think I'm actually we're gonna have like a MNEK Appreciation Day episode, and we're gonna get into MNEK because one of the most talented men in the music industry, in my opinion. The MNEK has his own label called Uzo by Mvuzo. Wait, hold on. Let me Muzo by Uzo. There you go. Which is I believe is his name. And you can sense when you listen to the to her sound, a lot of the music has MNEK's, producer, little print in there, which is so fab because I love that. Her name is Tyler Lewis, like I said, and the song I want to talk about is Fly on the Wall. Fly on the Wall is such a good R&B record. It starts first of all with this like run that I love. It's like she's like like this. The beginning is so hot. Just from the run, like that's the thing with me. If you get me from the beginning, you got me. 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 I love this girl and her voice, the run choices, the placement, and just the way she goes about singing in general is just very close to what I love about R&B. So you're just giving me everything. So I really love this girl. So yeah, Tyler Lewis, get into her. My song today from the playlist is "Fly on the Wall." Honestly, a very good song. Um, Transitioning to a girl group, and by if I, just by these words, you should know who I'm talking about. But it's okay if you don't. That also aligns with that early 2000 nostalgia of R&B is the hit group Flow. Iconic. We love Flow. Flow came out, I believe, 2021. With card box, right? Like I'ma put your shit in a cup of box, changing my number and I'm changing the locks. So, just a very good intro. Like I think it's such a great debut song because it really set out the mood and the theme of what Flow is. And their first EP, The Lead, excellent. It's like 6 songs. Every song is good. Honestly, I truly recommend. And this time around, they are coming back for this, I think, their debut album. And the song that I wanted to highlight today is called Check, which I will be honest with you, my history with Flow is that I listen to the song and I immediately am obsessed. With Check, that was more sort of a grower for me. It took me a little time, but I got there and now I'm obsessed. So much so that it has shown up into my on repeat playlist on Spotify, and that is a good like measure of if I'm really into it or if I'm not really that into it. And that record is quite different for Flow, I must say, because they're getting into, we're getting into like not an 808, how you call that? Almost a house beat almost, into that song. But we still have the Flow isms, right? So amazing intro with layering up vocals and harmony. We have that like very conversational type of, because they're a girl group, so there's so many things they can do with their voices, and they do everything with their voices, and that's why I love about them. I think if you're a girl group, you have 3 voices, so have fun. You know what I mean? Mix it up. Play with the dynamics. Play with, like just like you. There's so much back and forth you can do having 3 singers, 3 talented singers, and Flo really has it all, in my opinion. Like the girls are gorgeous Barbies, pretty girls, and they are really good singers. They listen to each other, and the way they blend is so seamless. But each of one of them has their own sound. Like I can recognize each girl from if they sing. Like, oh, this is Renee. Oh, this is Stella. Oh, that's Georgia Down. I know the girls, and maybe because I'm a huge fan and I'm biased, so that's why I can recognize. But I think they're the Flow as a group. They are the ones, and that Check is a very good single, and I cannot wait for that album to come out because I will be listening. Period. But still into the R&B vibe of the moment. Tinashe. Right? Tinashe. So Tinashe had a big resurgence this year with the I've been a nasty girl. I've been a nasty girl. Tinashe, she did her thing. Leading up to that, of course, and I'm sure her team was like, girl, you need to release something. Mind you, Tinashe is famously known for transitioning to independent, right? Because she had a whole thing because I remember at the time I had my podcast and I was talking about that. So that was how long that was. And Tinashe really always struggled, towards in her career, when it comes to albums and music industry, and she find that she was not pushed enough as her peers. And she really took her talent and went on. And she was like, I'm gonna do my thing my own way. Her album Song for You is so good. It's genuinely like amazing music. I think maybe her best work. And it's so interesting that a song like Nasty is the one that goes out because, and I've told that to a lot of people, Tinashe has at least 25 songs that are better than Nasty, to be honest, and that should have Nasty's spot. However, TikTok algorithm and be randomist. So yeah, it is how the cookie crumbles here for Miss Tinashe. I do wish it was a better song, but she got her tens. And speaking of tens, the song that I want to talk about today is called Notebook Boys. I don't remember the lyrics. It's like Notebook Boy, na na na. It's such a good song. Let me play it. Let me play it, child. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. It's such a good song. A good song. I'm sorry. It's on the line, just as I suspected. No, really, it gets over me. Yeah, such a good song. I'm just gonna go straight to that hook because that hook is so fucking good. No broke boys, ain't no shade. Fuck 'em, it ain't no heat, babe. It's like no broke boys, no new friends. I'm that person, give me that tens. It's just good. It's a fantastic hook, and that's the one thing about Tinashe. I think she really knows how to write a hook. She really knows how to write a hook that will like be in your head and like consume you, and that has been me since she released her EP. Because it's fab. Like No Broke Boys is a good song, and it's such a good song because it reminds me of that LMA sound, right? Like LMA has a song called "Make Me Wonder," where the verse melody is very reminiscent of that, but overall, that sound is very much so like that 2013 R&B, right? Like these hoes and loyal type of Chris Brown type of production, and I love that. I don't love it from Chris Brown, but I love it from the girls. So the LMAs and the Tina Shays of the world. Thank you for giving me the R&B teas that I really 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 like. Then moving forward to something really really different is we're gonna get into some Drag Race. Right, so I'm not one to really listen to drag music. First of all, okay, see, I'm the problem. I think calling it drag music is an issue, right? And it's kind of reductive to what the queens are actually doing as far as music. Like Trixie does a lot of like country music. Shay is a pop star, so it's not just drag music. But for the sake of the conversation, I'll say that I'm not one that was listening to a lot of music from drag queens. However, drag queens over the years has very, especially like the Rue girls, have stepped up their game when it comes to music, and they are making as good shit as any other artist, to be really honest. And one that really got me in a chokehold this year is Miss Lux Noir London. Lux is she came fourth on RuPaul Drag Race season 15. She could never win because she was with Sasha Colby and nobody was winning outside of Sasha. But Lux was extremely polished, extremely talented, very young, but very cocky, but in a great ways. And they hated that. They hated that for Lux. And the song I'm talking about today is called Let It All Hang Out. It's such a Gaga record. it feels very Gaga. Lady Gaga is one of Lux's biggest inspiration, and you can see it's all throughout the song, just from the beginning. You know what I mean? The beginning, it starts like this. I'm the type of bitch that be letting it all hang out. I'm the type of bitch that be letting it all hang out. I'm the type of bitch that be letting it all hang out. I'm the type of bitch that be letting it all hang out. I'm the type of bitch that be letting it all hang out. Just from the beginning, it gets you. And then he goes into the verse where he's actually singing, and that fucking bridge is a surprise because you don't think that he could sing like this, and it's really R&B esque. I definitely recommend to listen to Miss Lux Noir London, and especially if you watch the show and you have context of who she is. She was very like hated because she was really forthcoming and really would say what she had on her mind. But she was really clever and quick, and they hit that for her. And she has this very, very famous soliloquy that she had when RuPaul is asking to the girls, who should go home tonight and why? And it was towards the end, and it was only four girls left. And she proceeded to tell how every girl on the stage should go home except not Lucille, Lucille Duca, because, and this is what she said, what Lux said, for lack of a better term, her drag is rather basic. That read was so, like, effortless and correct, because if she watched that season, everything that Lux said was correct. You know what I mean? But it was so cutthroat. And she ate that up. And this song, Let It All Hang Out, is kind of the not antithesis, the thesis more so of who Lux is, and what she has shown to us. So I think for a drag queen to be able to create such a good song, but that also aligns with what I've seen of you on TV, that's sickening. Like, you ate that, Miss Lux. You really did. You really did. So moving on, we are going on the other side of the planet with this one. Okay, so I'm an anime girly, and we'll definitely get into some anime at some point. Spy X Family is a very cute anime, I must say. And the song from the show is from an artist called Gen Oshino. The song is called Comedy. That's one song I want to talk about. It's a very good song, by the way. And that was my intro to Gen Oshino. And I didn't realize that Japanese R&B was a thing. Like, I really didn't realize that. And it really is a thing. And they make, okay, I do feel some ways about it. You know, I do think there is a appropriation conversation to have about that. But it's getting to me, girl. We're talking about the music. We're not getting to all of that. Well, at least not today. So, the song I want to talk about is called Why. And it feels like a Bruno Mars record. Like a Bruno Mars B-side from 24 Karat. But there's like a coolness to this record. It's very feel good. You know, very full goodsy. But I really like it. This is how it starts. You know what I mean? I love that intro. And then key change. I love this, bitch. We are 20 seconds in, and we already have a key change. I live. Shout out to you, Genish, you know. It's a very cute record. Get into Genish, and I don't speak a lick of Japanese. However, I do watch all of my Japanese in the original voices. And I've done that since I was a kid. But still, like, I don't speak Japanese. I wish. Oh, that was just so flex. But even in that, I still listen. So get into Gen Oshino. Like, the music is genuinely good. It is very R&B. It's very poppy, but it's very R&B in a lot of ways. So yeah, get into him. Get into Gen Oshino. If you ever want to try something new, sometimes that's something really cute. I really recommend. I want to talk about the biggest of the world right now, Miss Thames. Thames came out with amazing music this year, like fantastic music. And her album Born in the Wild, just excellent. And it was really hard for me to choose one song for Thames because I love me jeje, love me tender. Truly, I don't know a better song, but I want to talk about another song that is just as good, if not better. I don't know. I think musically it does a little bit more than Love Me JJ. But The Wickedest, Thames, you truly ate that shit up. Like, I think The Wickedest is, in my opinion, an excellent song. What makes an excellent song for me is that if from the jump I'm obsessed, and every section of the song is just as good as the last. You know what I mean? Meaning I'm not waiting for the hook to start, I'm not waiting for nothing. I'm just like, I'm enjoying myself from every single section. That for me makes an excellent song. Also, another aspect is full alignment between production, music style, and like music theme. And but there's like a full alignment of everything. You know what I mean? because that's really hard to achieve, and I think that Thames really did that. I think Thames really, really ate that up. This is how it starts. So this, like, these people singing is from an iconic West African group called Magic System, and that's a song that I've literally grew up listening, being a black kid from France. Like, that's just like, you just, it's something that exists in the ether in your entire life. So for her to sample that, she already got me. She already got me, and then makes a record that is so cool, so fucking cool. There's just like I say with Thames, there's a coolness to how she goes about creating music, her tone and her voice as well. That's the thing with Thames. Like, her vocal is very, I would say, like, almost nasally, I would say, in a way, but does not hinder the clarity of what she's saying. And it's not produced, meaning the way that Thames sound on the record is the way that Thames sounds live. Go watch her Tiny Desk performance, because it's fab. Boots. Get into her. But yeah, so moving forward, we are going into a much more like classic, I would say, type of R&B. It's an R&B ballad from this artist called Lewis Sky. And that's definitely Spotify latest thing. I was listening to some male R&B and I got him. Not Love Me Dead, just starting. But yeah, no, Lewis Sky is, I don't know who Lewis Sky is actually. Let's read this man. Uh, he has nothing on it. Yeah, no introduction on this Lewis. Well, I guess we don't know who that is. Lewis Guy, that came up in my algorithm listening to R&B, has this song called Heal. What I love about Lewis Guy is it's the very like classic type of R&B, like what you would expect from an R&B record. But the vocal performance is kind of, it's very, very impressive. He has this falsetto that is so clear and so crisp. And yeah, the performance is just like moving. The lyrics are not super like amazing or whatever, but it works very well. It works very well, and the melodies are so strong. So yeah, if you just like good old R&B, you would like this. I just want to play to the beginning because he start with that riff that is very like no pun intended, healing my spirit. So this is Heal by Lewis Guy. Hmm. Yes. I love it. The thing, if you start with a very impressive run in the music on a song, you got me. You got me because you're singing to me. I can sing, and it's what I can do. So please listen to more. That's what you're telling me, and I'm going to listen. But yeah, here Lewis Kai, get into him. It's really cute. Okay, second to last, and not the least, absolutely not. I have the deepest love for Durand Burner. I love Durand with all of my heart. Like, I love him. I love his music. I love anything he stands for. I'm a stan of Durand. There's no other word. There are no other words. So much so that I have my little Durand fan. You already know. If you're a real fan of Durand, you should have that. Ooh, not me talking about in front of the mic. But yeah, I have my little Durand fan. Get into him. It's not in great, condition, but it's here. It's here. Look at Durand. Anyway, I love Durand. I actually get to meet Durand. I saw him perform for his first ever European tour in Paris. And I got to come to see him on the meet and greet. I gave him a big hug. I gave him two hugs actually because I'm that fan. I love Durand. I love Durand. I love Durand. I love Durand. I could talk about Durand for actually. I will have a different. We're gonna have a Durand episode show because that's somebody I don't fuck about. I don't play about Durand. So The song I want to talk about today with him is ETA from his latest album, En Route. Um, great record. And Durand is like Thames in a way where what they give nobody else can give you. You know what I mean? Dren would tell you himself he's an experience. And he's not defined by any genres because I think people will, assign R&B to him, but he's not R&B, or at least not just R&B. He is so many things, and I can't even put him in any type of box, which I love, and allows him to do anything he wants to do. If you listen to his iconic Tiny Desk, he has a song called, I think it's Stuck, right? Stuck, that he kind of like rearranged to be a rock song, which was like, I've never heard that song that way. And then he went back to the, normal version in the end when he was performing it. He's just like a musical genius in my opinion. His range, no bounds. His control, no bounds. But the choice, like I study Darren's runs, no shade. I do play this run. I'm like, okay, what do you do here? Okay, turn do it again. Okay, and we do it 10 times over because it's just so fun. And if I could like be on my Ursula, not Ursula, stealing people's voices or whatever, I would hate to be that person, but it would be Duran. I would be like, Duran, yeah, let me help you with that. Let me hold that for you just for a second. Because he's just so good. And the song that I want to talk about is called ETA. And the thing that really got me in that song is the hook and that melody. It's just like this. It's just a beautiful melody that happens. And let me play it for the girlies, so you guys know what I'm talking about. I love that. I love that. I love that. That's the type of army that I really like. It really does a trick for me. He ate that. I love Duran. I love it. 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 Then we have last one, not for least. This song I almost forgot to put in, which is a shame because in my humble opinion, this song is the song of the year for sure. For sure. I don't think I've heard a better song this year. We're still in August, so there's still months to go, whatever. And Flow is coming out soon, so they may take up the cake. However, as of now, Normani Insomnia is the song of the year. I don't make the rules. I do not make the rules. Don't fight me. Do not fight me. And I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it that her album flopped or whatever. I don't care. Charting is lovely. You know what I mean? It does put you on the map, and it's unfortunately what you have to do when you are an artist. However, music is music. If it is good, it is good. It doesn't matter if it sells or not. Especially when we see people that are charting, and you're like, "What is this, honey?" I'm taking no names. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. So, my point is, insomnia is such. I love to use this word, but excellent. It really is. So insomnia, it's a mid-tempo bop, where Norman is explaining that she can give her an ex, that's kind of like manipulating and almost trying to give you like little breadcrumbs. And every time they kind of come back into our life, they give us insomnia, which is a very, relatable content. And on top of that, what is really like the buy-in for me when it comes to that song is that those background vocals that kind of like create that melody. It's like uh, 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 and those fucking background vocals are by no other than Brandy D. Norwood, which I'm not even gonna get into a Brandy conversation right now. I could literally stay on for 6 hours. But having that in that song creates perfection for me, for Falu. This is getting to me, we're talking about me, it's all about me. This for me, para mí, bitch, excellent. It's excellent. And the song is just good. Like those fucking that verse melody. Okay, you know what? Let's just play it. Let's just play it a little bit because it is that good. And it has been drugged for me. And oh my god, from to the hook, it's so good, you guys. I thought that it was going crazy, but I'm going better lately. I finally saw the tears from running, and I know it's gotta count for something. Iconic, 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 iconic. It's just so fucking good. This entire album is really good, to be honest. I think it's a great project. I think it was worth the wait. But I'm biased because I like R&B and I like R&B from that time. Because this album got delayed. I think it should have been out, probably like a couple of years ago. But the pandemic kind of put that down the line. So you can tell that the sounds from this album are from that time. But I loved it. I love the sounds from that time. I do. I do. So this record is really good for me. Honorable mentions, Grip, excellent song, and Distance is also an excellent song from the album. But the whole project is very good. So Insomnia, get into it. Get into it. It's so good. It's so good. Just indulge. Just indulge. Put it on. Put the volume on. Let those background vocals get into you. Oh my god, it's such a good song. Yeah. Anyway, I guess that's it for my music backlist for the day. Thank you so much for listening or watching, and I will see you soon for another episode of Get Into Me. Bye. Want your bride, slip inside, get into it, yeah, yeah, yeah. Favorite prize, you're the light, nothing to it, yeah, yeah, yeah. In the morning or the night, how I lie with you. Get into it, how you like, it's alright with you.